Hello and welcome to the Mixtape Podcast. I am your host, Mark, and every week we'll take a deep dive into my guests' inspirations and influences by asking them to make up an imaginary 6-track mixtape. There are over 120 archive episodes. The mixtapepodcast.com is your one-stop shop for all of those episodes, my YouTube channel, and it'd be great to catch up with you on social media as well. Don't forget, if you enjoy this episode, to give us a like, a share, or a follow wherever you listen to your podcasts. And I hope you enjoy this week's episode. Hello and welcome to this week's mixtape, and today on the show, it is an absolute pleasure to welcome Max Cavalera from Soulfly to the show. How are you, Max?
Good, man. How you doing?
Very well, thank you. Very well. You're on tour at the moment, I understand. Whereabouts are you and how's the tour going so far?
We are in Spokane, Washington. We just played Montana last night. It was great. We played Denver a couple nights ago. It was amazing. Yeah, the tour is going great. Really, really cool. Real fun. Played the new stuff, new Soulfly. Shot the Chama material from the Chama record. And I also doing Go Ahead and Die. So I'm doing 2 shows at night. I'm joking saying this is the training for Australia, because I'm gonna have to do 2 shows in Australia as well, Nail Bomb and Soulfly. So this is training boot camp.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about the Australian tour dates, it is 26th of January, Brisbane, 27th of January, Sydney, 30th of January, Melbourne. Tickets available from the phoenix.au. Information and ticket links and all that other good stuff is there. Are you looking forward to coming to Australia, Max? How long's it been since you were here last, mate?
It's been a while. I mean, I always like the idea of starting a year with something cool like this. It's real different to, start a year in Australia with the headline shows and a couple festivals. I think it was similar to last year. I think last year we did the same thing, which was great. It prepares the year for everything that's coming. But it started the right way. And I love the Australian fans. I think it's going to be massive attendance. We're going to have a great time.
For sure. We're looking forward to seeing you down here, mate. So you mentioned the new album just now, Chama. Let's have a little bit of a chat about that. So first of all, your son, Zyon, was producer on this album. Is that correct? So how did that feel? And do you think that's going to be like a sort of an ongoing thing now? Have you handed over the reins sort of for future albums?
Well, we tried that on this one, and it was really, really great. I produced records before, and I really wanted somebody that was actually very inspired and very connected to the project. And Zyon was all of those things. He was super excited, super connected, super influential on all the ideas. He analyzed the record, every single second of it. I actually never seen something quite like that. It was really cool. One of the things that he told me that he wanted to do with the record has the record being different from the last couple of records. And we did that with this one. It has the tribal groove, but it also has modern edge, noise stuff, electronic stuff that is really quite cool to put together. The tribal and electronic together. Those 2 words never quite mix until Chama, and I think it's exciting that they do that on this record.
And also, your son Igor was in the songwriting duties for this album as well on a couple of tracks, Favela Dystopia and the title track Chama as well. How was it working with him as a songwriter?
Yeah, it was great. Igor came to play bass in a couple of songs, and he wanted to. I asked him to do a story to go with the album about almost like a cartoon kind of comic book thing that makes people think about the album and the idea of the Chama subject. And he ended up helped me write lyrics for Favela and Chama. And, I work with him with Go Ahead and Die, and he writes a lot of stuff, a lot of riffs, a lot of great lyrics. So to me, it was just a no-brainer that to make this record as good as it could, I had both kids available, and it was really fun to be on the studio with both of them and helping develop the record.
No, for sure. And as always, Max, you brought in some amazing other musicians to play on the album and contribute as well. But when you look for collaborators, for musicians to come in and play on your records, what sort of qualities do you look for?
There's not really a criteria. There is just, the trying to do something different with other people that would help your record become different itself. You know, that's like really the main idea behind the collaborations. My own curiosity as a fan to hear some of my favorite artists sing in one of my songs, because it's different from when they sing on their own bands. Perfect example is No Pain Equals No Power, which has Gabe from Unto Others and Ben from No Warning. They made that chorus really jump out from the melodic standpoint of their voices. And it's quite cool. And I love that. Soulfly started out like that. The first record had a lot of guests. Primitive had a lot of guests. And I'm glad that Chama, again, bring a lot of people to the fold. Dino, Michael Amat, a lot of great people to make the record what it is. And then the videos, of course, having the UFC fighters in the video, it's really cool too.
I saw as well, Max, there's some lovely, beautiful looking picture disc vinyl on your web store, signed as well. Are you much of a collector of physical formats of vinyl yourself, Max?
I like it a lot. I have a bunch of really cool records that the ones that I really like, I try to, buy it because I like to have the vinyl version. I'm a fan of the vinyl. I think the whole ritual of getting the needle and put it in, it's like, it's a beautiful thing. It's an art form, forgotten art form. Yeah, but I love the picture disc that they made of Chama. That one is amazing. We're selling them on tour right now. The store also carries them. And I remember being in Brazil and I remember seeing the Metallica Creeping Death picture disc. And I think I bought one of those when I was a kid. And it was one of my favorite things was like the color of it looked so cool. And like, what kind of witchery is this? How can they make this thing look so beautiful? But he also plays. So that's quite cool.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely very cool. And 13 Soulfly albums in, Max. Like, how do you keep your sort of creative juices flowing and what excites you about the process and, of songwriting and making albums these days?
Pretty much same as when I was a young person. I like the curiosity, pushing the barrier of what you can make it with metal. How far can you take the sound? Opportunity to create a strong song that people are going to connect with. And, all of those things together makes it exciting to make records. But it's really fun when you make a record like Chama and it creates this attention that it created. It generated all this really positive information. People really loving the reviews are really cool. The fans love the record. To me, that's it's already like more than I expected for the album.
You're listening to the Mixtape.
The Mixtape is brought to you in association with Giglist. Giglist is your one-stop shop for all your live events. If you're looking to get out and experience some live music, you can filter by artist, venue, suburb or date. If you are an artist, it will take you less than a minute to list your gig for free on the website. The Mixtape brought to you in association with Giglist. Gigs in a list. Okay, Max, so what I normally do in the second part of my interviews, my show is called The Mixtape. And so what I like to do as a way of like exploring your own influences and inspirations, I'll ask you to pick some songs for an imaginary mixtape. They're not meant to be Soulfly songs. It's just songs that you've been influenced by and inspired by throughout your sort of life and career. And there's 6 categories for the mixtape. So I'll give you a category and I'll ask you to pick a song that sort of fits that category for you. So track 1 of the mixtape, Max, is kick off your mixtape with like an attention-grabbing track, like a song you feel is going to really grab attention and make me want to listen to your mixtape. What would you go with for that, mate?
That's a good one. Probably we started with Prodigy. I'll put Prodigy, Breed, the song Breed.
I was lucky enough to see the Prodigy live in 1996, I think it was, when The Fat of the Land was in the charts and they were right at their peak. And that was an absolute highlight of that set for me. That was a really, really fantastic show. One of the most memorable shows I've ever been to. Really, really good band. Great choice.
Really, I love the song. The song is so catchy, and I remember seeing that for the first time. They look all crazy, and it was like the Fat of the Land was a big inspirational record for me when I was making the first Soulfly.
And for track 2 of your mixtape, Max, I ask you to pick song that you sing when you're on your own in the car or the shower. What do you like to break out with in the car or the shower, mate?
I don't know the name of it. It's the one that goes, "Everybody dance now, dance, dance, dance,
Oh, yeah.
dance."
Yeah.
What?
I know the
what
one
is
you
that?
mean. Yeah. I think that's what it's called. Everybody Dance. I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's not Cool in the Gang, but something like that. It's like,
Yeah. I think it's a hard one to pin down because I think it's been sampled quite a lot, that, and it features that little sort of bit features in a lot of different songs. But I know the original one. I know the one you mean. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a great choice.
That
That's a good
was
one.
definitely singing in the car by myself and out in the woods hiking.
Track 3 of your mixtape, Max, is what is your favorite cover version?
My favorite cover version is Dr. Israel doing The Wizard.
I don't think I know that one. That's good. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
so it's a real jungle version of Black Sabbath. It's like Black Sabbath on dub, jungle dub with he changes the lyrics, really cool. Make some weed references on the lyric, and it's of course from the first Black Sabbath album, the song with The Wizard. That's really really cover song that had all the Jamaican accents and dub mixed with metal. It was quite unique and really interesting. You should check it out.
Fantastic. That's what the mixtape's all about. It's about spreading the word and songs that you might not know, getting them out there to people to listen to. Great choice. Track 4, Max, is what is a song that you wish you could play to your 18-year-old self?
Probably anything from the first Van Halen record, because I couldn't play any of that. They're real hard. Ain't Talking About Love probably is like one of the coolest Eddie Van Halen riff. Like it's such a catchy, melodic, cool riff. I still can't play it to this day. But I've seen people play, and it looks great. It's very technical. Whatever Eddie was doing. So it's a bit of a mix of a half solo, half riff. And I always found that interesting that you could mix solo and riffs together. Yeah, but I'll pick that one. I wish I knew how to play that one when I was a kid. I would have shameless show off at the practice to all my mates.
Absolutely. Why not? What sort of stuff were you listening to when you were 18, Max? What were you into at that age?
Yeah, I think it was like all of them. Van Halen, Kiss, Priest, Maiden, Deep Purple, and then it got heavier as we went along. We discovered Venom, Hellhammer, Celtic Frost, Slayer, Voivod, and then it just got heavier and heavier and heavier. But it started with the great heavy metal pioneers.
And track 5, Max, is if you were making up a mixtape for like a romantic interest and you were giving the tape to someone that you were interested in, like romantically, what would be a song you would put on there for them?
Well, I love, if I was going on date with my wife at nighttime with candlelight dinner, I love the song, the U2 song Ultraviolet. It's not quite a ballad, but it's halfway ballad. But yeah, I love the lyrics. I think the lyrics are really cool. And it's definitely like my unofficial song that I'll treasure that with anytime I'm alone with my wife. It's a great song. It's a melodic song. Of course, I've been a big YouTube fan from the back in the day. I was a big fan. I was a kid. I always liked one of the lyrics. So always like really interesting subjects and stuff. But yeah, I love that. Ultraviolet is a great song. It's a beautiful song.
And last track of your mixtape, Max, is your track 6 is a deep cut, a B-side, an album track, or a track that you feel doesn't get the sort of recognition that you think it deserves. I'm
gonna go with something really is a bit obscure, but it's Jello Biafra's project called Lard, and they had an EP called The Power of Lard. And the first song is The Power of Lord, and it's a great song. I think that could have been as big as Ministry at the time. but it flew under the radar, so it's more underground. But it's an amazing project because it is Al Jorgensen from Ministry is in the project with Jello Biafra. So I go with Lard, The Power of Lard. If you guys don't know the song, check it out. It's a great song.
Fantastic choice. That's what the mixtape's all about, spreading the word of those underappreciated tracks. All right, just to round it out very quickly, Max, I've got a quick fire 5 questions. So same questions I put to all the guests on the show, just really sort of rapid fire just to finish off. First one is, do you have a pre-show ritual?
Yeah, pre-show ritual, a couple of sprays of vocal throat spray bullshit. I know I don't think it works that much, but psychologically it kind of help. And then give my wife a kiss because she's on every show on the side of the stage. And I try to step on the stage with the left foot if I can. So those are OCD pre-ritual.
Fantastic. They're fantastic. I love those little idiosyncrasies like that. They're fantastic. Secondly, what is the most rock star thing you've ever done?
Probably, I have to say, I think it was back in the day, it was a security guard was punching one of the kids, in front, so I took my guitar and smashed on the guy's back, and that stopped the show and everything. But my point is, like, security was being very aggressive. Those kids pay money to see the show, like, you don't have to act like that. That's like a frustrated Nazi cop, the guy shouldn't have that job,
Absolutely.
So that was the end result of that.
Great answer. Who would be your dream collaborator?
I would have loved to do a song with anybody that really iconic, like Robert Plant, or even like Sting or Rob Halford, like all those iconic guys, like iconic voices. Would have been cool to do a song with it. I love Robert Plant mostly because a lot of he has a lot of Middle Eastern influences in his music, and I think that's really, really intriguing and exciting to me to listen to.
Rob Halford and Soulfly. Wow, what a collab that would be. That would get everyone's mouths watering. I think that would be a fantastic one.
Hopefully we would get to do that one day,
Yeah, for sure. And Max, what is your favorite city to play live?
My favorite city to play live, probably Lisbon, Portugal. Great crowd there. Great crowd. We do some big shows there. It's always exciting. And I get to speak Portuguese.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, final one. If you could time travel to any concert in history, which concert would you see?
Right, Mozart. One of Mozart operas. It would have been in Vienna or Salzburg. That would have been awesome.
Fantastic answers. Max, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you, mate. We're really looking forward to seeing you down here in Australia, Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne, 26th, 27th and 30th of January. It is thephoenix.au for information and tickets. And it's the Soulfly website for the Chama signed picture disc vinyl as well. Safe travels, mate. And we'll see you when you get down here. Thanks, Max. Cheers, mate. See you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much for listening to the Mixtape Podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to go to the top of the page and rate it 5 stars, or give us a like or follow on social media at the Mixtape Podcast and Radio Show. Don't forget, there's over 100 archive episodes just waiting to be discovered, and all you need to do is visit themixtapepodcast.com. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time.